Ah! Hello. Oh, the noise is happening. My audio setup's been weird recently. Just before I started streaming, I thought, oh, I'll check to see if all the sound's working properly, and the microphone input was just a stream of noise. What? What with the who and the how? What? You forced me into not knowing what to write in the bottom scroll, so I made something up. How are we all doing? We well? we good? Also, hi Miss, how you doing? And Ragdoll, hey, how's it going? I liked your threatening introduction. You have hiccups, but you're good. Oh no. Well, I know 7 billion ways to cure those. Because everybody has their own way. Actually, I don't know. I don't really get hiccups, luckily, but I know a friend who did, and just getting more geometry stuff prepped. Marvelous. No, can't think of a pun involving the word prepared and geometry. No, nothing. I've been out of maths for too long. I used to be good at maths puns. Anyway, let's get some music for the background, because this is a doodle stram. What have we got in terms of game albums that do not trigger the copyright content ID thing? I guess we could play the Grim Fandango soundtrack, wherever that is, because I think we're going to be starting that on Wednesday. Where is it? That's a very good question. I have it. Yeah, where's it gone? Oh no! Something always has to go wrong at the beginning of a stream. Disappear. Where is it? I could probably search in the search bar. There's a search bar, and I know what it is. The thing I'm looking for is called. Oh dear. Anyway, what a wonderful start to a stream. Takes notes. No, that's a good note to take, because if you can look at this and go, yeah, no, there's not very high standards at all to be living up to. There it is. Got it. Boom. Found it. Nobody panic. We found it. Let's turn it down. Get some music going. Lovely. Right. Yes. Cool. Welcome to I need pictures for the next video, so I'm gonna make them. There we go. There may be many reasons. We might be needing that. Some of the things I have to draw are a bit strange. I have a list. What do we got? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do first? Dead clown. Why not? Okay. Yeah. How's everybody's weekend going? Let's just get a rough sort of. Zoom in. These don't have to be particularly high quality. They're going to be on screen for less than 3 seconds. So. Is everybody having a grand old weekend? Geometry and hiccups allowed for. Or whatever the word is. Notwithstanding. This is your first Sunday off from work in months, so it's been very chill. Marvellous. I'm very glad. The volume of this soundtrack is a little bit up and down, so I can give it a bit more of a boost so we can hear something. Yeah. I made a dancing blob today. Basically all I've got to show for anything. That is, if you have better Twitch TV, that is available now in chat. Ooh. Right, the brass section. Better maybe if the legs come out here. There they are. Look at them go. Look at them dance. I tried to put in between frames for the Ditto, because it's based on the Ditto one, obviously. I tried to put in between frames to make it a bit smoother, but it arguably took some of the personality out of it, but it's its own thing now, that's fine. Yeah, so I spent the morning doing that. Spent the afternoon doing some editing. The next Hitman video is basically done. I was going to include the last 2 streams with the bonus missions, but honestly, I don't remember anything that happened in those, and the video is already 13 minutes long, so, you know. Should be fine. I did other things as well today. What else did I do? I did a little bit of music, trying to sort out an arrangement for a thing. I think I've got the hang of it now. I had to ditch a clarinet and replace it with an oboe, which I am not a fan of. For somebody who doesn't really like the oboe, I use it quite a lot, because it cuts through the mix. There's a Chib! Hi, Chib! How do a Chib do? How has a Chib weekend been? Do not be scared by the Doctor Who lasagna. Chib is doing good. How's Chris? Chris is doing alright. He guesses. He supposes. It's been a bit more detailed than I thought it would be. Okay, now I see all the problems. Oh no! Oh no, flipping things horizontally is bad. Too late, you're very scared of the Doctor Who lasagna. That's fair. Thank you for showing us that, miss. It was only Friday, we were having a discussion about all the weird stuff in Doctor Who. What's this? This is me dressed as a clown dead. Or me dressed as a dead clown. One or the other. Most welcome for the Cassandra lasagna. Trying to think of a pun. You could say tenderize me, because lasagna usually has like beef in it, but why are you drawing yourself as a dead clown? For reasons which will become apparent early next week, i.e. another Hitman video. The editing is basically done, so actually this picture is as a direct consequence of something you said, so the evidence is in the video. I say a direct consequence. A very, very indirect consequence. But direct enough that I can point at you and go, it's your fault. Not the best drawing I've ever done. But again, it's on screen for less than 3 seconds. Just more proof of the fact that nobody should listen to a word you say. I believe the clip that this is for is immediately followed by me saying to you, "Look, if you're gonna keep talking sense, I'm gonna have to start ignoring you." So that's, which I think is a quote to live by. Sometimes I say things that are appropriate, and other times I say stuff like that. I don't know, it's like spotty handkerchief or whatever. Probably actually like suspenders. What do clowns wear? I don't know what clowns wear. Where's weird? Let's get the shape of this hair right. This is a rough and ready doodling today. So what does the week ahead hold for everybody? Exciting fun times and lots of chocolate, I hope? More phone calls? Oh dear. Parties usually? I forgot what I said. Make a note of that as well, miss. You'll forget what you say a lot. Yeah, we can do better than that. Neat. Oh, how do clowns... See, here's Ragdoll being clever and making good jokes. And here's me forgetting that I even set up the joke in the first place. Oh, it in. That doesn't look terrible. Well, I mean, it does, but in the way I wanted. Cool. Now time to ink and colour. Quick turnaround, these drawings. Yeah, dance friend. So right now you're trying to figure out why BTTV isn't working for you, because anything to do with Twitch is automatically poisoned. Also, I've now reached my limit of BTTV emotes, but the BTTV I think does come with Frankerface Z attached, and I can get an account for that and get some more, I guess. Yeah, dance party. Look at that. Look at them go. As you can see, I made more than 4 frames of animation. I made 9. So mine's a little bit smoother. Also a bit slower as well. But can't be helped. It was as there. Look at that. I mean, whether you can see it, but yeah, you got it. Congratulations, contragulations. Also, I think Streamlabs has its own version of the on-screen chat, as you see here. You can get Twitch's on-screen chat and so on and so forth. But there's a setting in Streamlabs' version which allows you to display better Twitch TV emotes, and that's what I use. So if you want to make sure they appear on your screen during the stream, there's an option for that. Yes, they are a bit out of sync. That's because mine has 9 frames of animation rather than 8, because the movement from its upper left blob hand being up to the upper right blob hand being up was a bit too jerky for just 8 frames of animation, so I added another one in the middle. So yeah. The emote thingy been turned off. Then what's the point of better Twitch TV if you're not going to use the emotes? Come on, BTTV. They'll be holding you in chat at some point at this rate. Absolutely. I'll be there, don't worry. I'll be there. That sounded more threatening than it was meant to. Right, cool. Ink and color. This is Dead Clown. Don't worry, I have more questionable things. Oh, you have a knife, oh dear. Oops. That's a circle. It's a close enough approximation to a circle as I'm going to get today. So this is the locus of a single point in 2-dimensional space. As long as it reads, don't have to worry too much. Why am I using this brush? Why am I not using this one? Because that one's smoother and it's quite nice. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go back to turnip. This is the turnip pen. Parsnip used the turnip. You are amused. I added one. I was trying to look for the cat ring effect symbol from Demon Souls. For those of you who don't know, in the Soulsborne games, whenever you equip something within a passive effect, a little icon appears below your health bar that shows you what effects you have equipped, and they are almost always inscrutable, and I have no idea what any of them mean. Because they're usually just vague symbols that kind of represent the idea they're supposed to be telling you they've got. Anyway, but for some reason, in Demon Souls, the cat ring, while most of them are like, stylized symbols and all that sort of thing, the cat ring in Demon Souls is just a picture of a cat. And it's very silly. And I love it. And I was trying to find that on Better Twitch TV. Anyway, this is a long way of saying I found an emote of what's her name from Aristocats. And it felt like it had a lot of miss energy, so I stuck that in there as well. As for the giant cat that lives in the window, that's Dark Souls, not Demon Souls. Demon Souls, there it is. The Demon Souls remake doesn't have it, but they included it on a missing cat poster in the end credits, apparently, which I found was quite funny. Because they were like, everyone likes this cat. We got to keep it in there somewhere. Yeah, one day I'll play Demon Souls. One day I will buy a PS3, play Demon Souls, then buy a PS5 and play the Demon Souls remake. But until then... it won't be this year, that's for sure. I've been playing Remnant. Tell you what, that game's a lot easier when you know you can upgrade your heals. Till you win the lottery or earn a lot of pennies. Yeah, and some pennies. That's the goal. That's the goal for this year. It hasn't gone off to a fantastic start, but that's just entirely down to me, so... Everybody else has been very lovely and very kind, and I've been a fool. I squander goodwill. I squander good wheels and goodwill. Both of those things. Somebody gave me a wheel in good faith, and I squandered it. Only what, 17 days in, you're fine. Yeah, I know we're halfway through January. Like, how did that happen? I would like my first half of January back, please. I appear to have mislaid it. Oh, you keep forgetting it's still January. Wow, we're opposite ends of the spectrum here. Never want to squander a squeaky wheel. For someone who hasn't played this game, I do know the soundtrack quite well. I need a good clarinet. I need good woodwind VSTs. All of mine are drenched in reverb. Very off-putting, which is great if you're making, big old symphony music and stuff like that, but I like little bits of music with small ensembles and stuff. But they cost money. Hopefully they'll start costing less money though, because there's a new technology people are working on, which is, rather than sampling, it's sound modeling, and it sounds fantastic, and you can get a blend of lots of different instruments really cheaply and easily. And it focuses more on CPU than it does on memory usage and all that sort of stuff. But at the moment it's new technology and it's still expensive. But, steps in the right direction. Did you not get the BBC Orchestra? Yes, I got the BBC Symphony Orchestra, which sounds absolutely lovely if you're playing them all together. But if you want the close-up sound of a bassoon, not going to happen. At least not with the version I have. Could appreciate just drawing real shoes. I mean, the geometry of shoes, that I can get my head around. Hands? No. Literally anything else? Chins. Chins is something I'm having trouble with recently. How do chins work? I also didn't finish the face, apparently. Also, says you with your good elf doodles. Wonderful little hair details and good hands. I've also changed the pressure sensitivity on my brushes, so it's now a little more... well, it's pretty much straight, rather than... It used to be like, sort of down there, if you can just about see that in the corner. But it's now pretty much straight. Because I realised I was pushing really hard, constantly, just to get a thick line. And it's like, that's hurting my hands. I need to do something about that. Hello, Dark. I should put clown shoes in your geometry work. Yes. What is the surface area of an elliptoid? You're an XCOM addict. Okay, that's fair. You start properly colouring here. The colours are pretty much there, no? Parsnips made the decision to have her back lit by firelight. Ooh, fancy. We'll also have her face lit by magic bow and arrow. Ooh, even fancier. Interesting lighting decisions. Love it. Right, dead clown. Let's get some colour, which means I need to get rid of the paper. So fancy. Let's get my patented colouring background. These need to be quite light. Boom. Never colour on white. Big old red nose. Why dead clown? Good question. Anyway, how are you? I don't know. What colours are clowns? Like that with... No. Stick to this end of the spectrum, I guess. What do clowns look like? The few assignments involving children's educational media. Sure to be at least one clown in there somewhere. They're everywhere. Doesn't work at all. Hello, my name's Butcher Hartman. I'm mentioning him in an insult. It's fine. Big old red shoes, sure. Yeah, Chippy shared a video on somebody basically disassembling his inability to know anything about art and character design, and it's like there is something quite pleasing about looking at the work of somebody who's been an industry professional for God knows how many years and thinking, I'm so much better than you. Like, not only am I so much better than you, I know kids who've just started posting on DeviantArt who are better than you. How can you ignore so much art advice? You know, and I have a terribly low esteem of my abilities, and I think I'm better than you. Like, this doesn't look like a clown. How about if we just do that like that? And then stick to the whole... hang on. Multicolour, that's what we're missing. Horrible, horrible multicolour. Is that a little dazzle camouflage? Little too... Never claimed to be a great artist, but at least you don't blast people's eyes up with neon purple and green colour combinations in such a way that they make you stare at the crotch. Okay, that feels clowny. Again, this will be on screen for less than 3 seconds. Still funny to you. It's just a funny concept. Look at the crotch. No, let's go for a sort of... No. How about white? Yeah, sure. That looks horrible. Cool, I can live with it. A black calming void of the crotch. Helps that he doesn't do the character design for the shows he's credited with. Yeah, exactly. I was quite surprised to find that out, that the main character designer is someone completely different. But Tom Bancroft, you were really turned off by him when you did an Instagram live video with another artist and asked the artist, what's your pet peeve when novice artists draw your characters? And when that artist didn't really answer how he wanted, i.e. they supported novice artists drawing his characters. Bancroft proceeded to nitpick everything he disliked about novice artists drawing his characters. Well, there you go. Basically, he wanted to complain about other people drawing his stuff, which is... Do I shade these normally? Especially Mushu from Mulan, because he designed Mushu from Mulan. Did you know he designed Mushu and only he can draw Mushu correctly? Well, as somebody who has publicly on stream said that Miss is the only person who has managed to draw M looking properly like M, and that includes me. Yeah, be happy people want to draw your stuff. Jeez. He just went into such excruciating detail about it and he got so infuriated. Yeah. That's the time you stop supporting people. What? Yeah, hang on. I need to look at what I did for the previous videos. Oh, I did, okay, I did smooth shading. Okay, fair enough. You don't want people to draw your stuff. Just don't be successful, maybe. Oh, dear. Well, that's my plan. Hey, no, you drawing beautifully, and Chibi's so good at drawing characters, it's insane. I do like Chibi's M is also good. The nose obviously works particularly well with that style. Everyone's good at drawing in general. Oh yeah, I was going to do a video on layer styles. I'll do that at some point. I've got lots of videos that I still haven't done. Lots of video ideas. I'll get there. Yeah, everyone's good at it. It was just something about the way you drew M was just like, that's M. That's her. How did you do this? Actually, just while I'm here, let's grab this, bring it down a tad, like that. Let's the highlights pop a little bit. Everyone's good at drawing, including you. That's correct. You are good at drawing. And give it a quick old blast of overlay. Yeah, I want to do a better, a shorter, more concise video on what all the blending styles do in art programs. That also includes the discrete ones that I didn't mention before, like pin light and stuff like that. I did actually look into how you can convert between RGB color and HSV, hue, saturation, and value. And boy howdy, that's some complicated maths. It's like 6-dimensional vector analysis going on there. So I probably won't mention that because I don't fully understand it myself yet, but I want to. It's something I want to get into. Learn the details of these things. Also precisely how you convert between brightness and value. I believe the gist of the difference between brightness and value is like that blue, for example, is technically the same brightness as that yellow, but clearly they're not. So you have value to tell you which is, etc, etc. Frame Man. How absolutely dare. Oh, it's not been too bad, actually. That might just be Twitch. I've put my computer's Wi-Fi receiver in a much more convenient location that is not behind walls. So hopefully it's a bit smoother today. Yeah, anyway, one day I'll actually get around to drawing the outliers and doing them properly in things. There's a dead clown. Hooray. Next. What are we doing next? Sure. Okay. You blame Twitch. I always blame Twitch. I noticed that the two Papers, Please streams both cut out at roughly the same time into the VOD, and I'm like, okay, maybe it probably wasn't my internet then. Let's get the white back up. It's paper. I like drawing on something that looks like paper, even though I don't actually draw on paper. Twitch is consistently bad. Yes. Okay, let's actually try and draw a face that's roughly face-shaped. No, eyes go first, Chris. Nose goes second. See, it's always lower than you think. Oh, I think last time we listened to this, I pointed out how many motifs in this soundtrack sounded like Minnie the Moocher. There are really weird bugs and issues lately. One of the people you watch had an entire chat appear as bots. Really? That's a weird one. One thing I want to do, actually, it's some quick video content as well as actually getting me to practice things, as I want to try and do more like scenes with dynamic poses of characters, because I always do, you know, cameras on the floor, it's at 90 degrees, it's parallel to the floor, it's pointing forwards, it's got, you know, no perspective. So no, let's have something more fun, more action-packed, dynamic. So many minis. Bezos using all the money for space rockets and none of the employees. I know. Okay, now that's roughly there. So now I need to try and adapt it to the situation as required. How's this going to work then? Generally speaking, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, I think that works better. I saw an artist on Twitter mention that they had a request to do an animation for a music video. And they were like, what about my From the Waist Up Static Shop weekly comics makes you think I could do animation for your music video? Yeah. To be fair, it doesn't have a music video does not have to have dynamic animation. The animation can be flat shot, you know. If you get a particularly artsy band, you know, you could probably do something for the Talking Heads. Got to colonize the moon from more Amazon warehouses. He's already using storing things at the bottom of a lake. I'm pretty sure that was Amazon, wasn't it? The weird bottom of the lake retrieval system. I remember reading that somewhere. Like in an actual book, which is somewhere on my shelf. I think it was Amazon. It was an odd system. It has like airlocks and pressure systems. It's a bit weird. The man's cracked, so he wouldn't put it past him. It's not, as is always in these situations, it's not him, it's the mad people he employs. And he goes like, go ahead, do what you want, you know. It's rarely the people who put the laws into motion, it's the people who come afterwards and use them. Anyway, I'm Goopy. Hello Goopy, I'm Dad, etc, etc. You're right, Amazon's designed an underwater warehouse to store goods which are summoned to the surface by playing sounds. That was the other bit, yes, I forgot about that. Why is Bezos literally every economic bad business owner that's ever existed at the same time? It's very like, you know, oh, I've come up with this idea for a novel about capitalism, but my publisher said I need to tone down the villain a bit because it's a bit unbelievable. It may sound like Jeff Bezos has decided to give up and start afresh, but a new patent published this week details an ingenious new storage system. Amazon could toss products into a body of water along with a depth control device and call on them to resurface when needed. That was it. Oh, so he might not have made it, he might just worked on it. Sure, that'll do. From 2017, yeah, so maybe it is a thing now, who knows. I can sort out the bottom bit, that's fine. That's my name, don't wear it out. What is this? It's me. Why am I Goopy? That's, the question that is being asked. Needs to be a bit more. Okay. Pudding bath? You jumped to that conclusion very quickly. Ooh, exciting music. A Goopy Chris better than Too Smooth Pixar Chris, that's true. You have black pudding on your mind, the horrible ooze monster, not the food item. What? I read that sentence, and then I digested that sentence, and now I'm confused. Stabilization on this brush is causing problems for wibbles. I want my wibbles intact, please. Pixar dwarf, that's also interesting, yeah. I see Frame Man. I caught you. I caught you. Yeah, stop it, you. Yeah. Pixar has something against beards. Do they have any characters with beards? I'm not really a Pixar person, by which I mean I'm not really a film person, so it's nothing against Pixar. The great thing about being goopy is it doesn't really matter what if your hand anatomy is correct. It's goop. It's fine. This wasn't really the plan for the drawing, but I'll go for it. It works. It works for the purposes it needs to be used for. There's a lot less goopy than this in my head, but here we are. The monster eats anything. The food item is not eaten by anything. What? Soul's character design? I'm lost. I'm always lost. Don't mind me. Goop. Oh. Guess how I read that. Guess how I read your sentence. Take a wild stab in the dark. Oh dear. Yeah, Chippy got it. I was like, why are you bringing that up? It's like, it has nice character design, but why? You weren't. That was me. I brought it up. I am the fool. Oh dear. Yeah, that'll do. Now for colouring. It'll be relatively straightforward. Sure. I'm not a nugget, I am a free man! What? Ooh, boss brush of the prisoner. There we go. Draw every number 2. I don't know why I just came up with that idea. I might do it one day, once I get into character design. Don't remember us falling into cheese. Don't worry, we didn't. keeps doing that? Weird. Sort of after tracking for a brush or whatever. And I don't like it. It's annoying. It's a pain at the bottom. Not cheese, but that is a battered crisp. Am I made of soda? You're the closest so far. Streams are just cryptic drawings of things to come. You'll find out early next week. The video is basically done. I just need to edit these in. Dr. Pop, funnily enough, no, actually. You would think. That is a very reasonable guess. I would be astonished if anybody actually remembered. This is an offhand comment I made in a stream that I don't think many people were there for. But it just sounded funny out of context, so I decided to draw this. Most of the drawings are just things I said out of context. Dr. Pop will make an appearance, don't worry about that. Go for that. I don't think I'm drawing anything for Dr. Pop, but... Most of the big jokes work on their own devices. I only need drawings for the small jokes that nobody else... that I make up while I'm watching, basically. Such is the way of things. That's not entirely unsuccessful. Let's do some final... Yep. Dr. Hughes' musician cousin, Dr. Pop. I was about to say, has the Doctor ever exhibited musical tendencies? And I just remembered this. That's basically the second Doctor's whole shtick. He's carrying around a recorder, although he was never good at it. Of course, Dr. Pop will make an appearance. They sponsored the episode. Oh, I should do that. Little advert in the middle for Dr. Pop. If I had time and resources. Back down a bit. More of that. Sure, why not? And I'm gonna also grab... Oh, did I do that straight into the colour? Oh, that's annoying. Hang on, I'm gonna cheat. Do this, do that, do that, do this, do that, do that. Do that. Do that. More bubbles. There we go. Who needs to work? Tendencies and talents aren't the same thing. Good point. As is evidenced by the fact that I keep drawing. Cool, that's done. I'm glad this is all making sense. What else have I got? Okay, this one shouldn't take long. What? You're playing tennis with your cat? Oh, cool. She stole the ball and then threatened to take your hand when you tried to get it back. That's 15 love. Why is this the one I'm quiet for? It requires the least amount of effort. Wonderful. True lady. Right, so let's get some color on these. Probably better if I do it on this actually. Never color on white except when you have to. Less on the old colour on that. There we go. Marvellous. You're unsettled by these and you don't know why. That's fair. Right, that's done. Next. I'm sure you can guess the vague context for those. Just a drink. Right. What's next? Probably can't do that on Twitch. Okay. Have we run out of music? No, it's still there. I probably can, but you know. Well, you don't, that's the thing. Keeping secrets? Never. That's more like it. Is that what hands do? I don't know. Is a Hitman in a scandalous dress? No. It's much less revealing than I've drawn the Hitman in the past. Not safe for Twitch. Yeah, exactly. Eyes first. What even is safe for Twitch anymore? They change their minds every week. They're not very consistent, are they? With the... Like, I give them the benefit of the doubt more than most people, because I understand how awkward it is to run well, I know enough about how awkward it is to run a business where you host other people's stuff without any sort of moderation, because the laws aren't very kind about things like that, particularly international law. But at the same time, boy howdy, they do not make it easy on themselves. When drawing somebody pulling forth their suspenders / braces, wherever you come from, do try and make sure you know where they're actually attached. Kind of winging this one. I just looked up and had a guild. Well, that's as much as I can possibly hope for. I will say, I don't wish to try and hype anything up, because whenever you try and hype something up when it comes to humour, it's just going to fall flat on its face. But there is a bit in the next Hitman highlights video which has legitimately made me laugh more than anything I've done in any of these videos, so... It's kind of an old joke in terms of sort of video stuff, but I managed to give it a new punchline, and that made me laugh. So, hope you enjoy it. The music has ended. Let's get more music. Sure, Castlevania. Why not? I know why not. Copyright. That's why not. So instead, let's do Rayman. Sure. That's not Rayman. This is. You look to XCOM for a few minutes, and you're so very confused. That's fine. I'm trying to think of other things to include here. Again, less than 3 seconds, but I want it to be a good 3 seconds. A little bit louder than the last one. Okay. See, if I didn't bother with these things, the video would already be out. Like... I spend far too much of my time doing additional stuff that shouldn't really make much of a difference. That'll do. How many times have you seen somebody draw a pair of chopsticks coming out of somebody's hair with a sausage attached to it and go, that'll do? I'd wager never, and I'd be very surprised if you disagree. Oops. Let's get myself some black. There's some very good whistling music in the Rayman Origins and Legends soundtracks. Oh, I was going to try and make a whistling VST. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Put that on my list of things to do. We did just see it, so at least once. How many other times? I should specify. Thank you for reminding me to include the identity in my questions. It's Akiro! Hello, Akiro. How you doing? You having a good Sunday? Clearly the cigarette here is here for the purposes of caricature, not for the purposes of actual smoking. What it's worth, you saw nothing because you only just joined. What did you say? Forgot it was Sunday. Apparently, yeah. Judges harshly for the children. Yes, I'm sure they will be inadvertently morally corrupted by the cigarette in my highlight stream of a game involving killing people. And by involving, I mean doing nothing but. There's lovely straight lines, thanks to your stabilisation. It's a rolled up piece of paper, clearly, yes. It has tobacco in it, but it's a rolled up piece of paper. Tangents, what are you doing? I'm not quite as afraid of tangents as a lot of people, because I know once you colour things, most of them go away. Not all of them, but some of them. Colouring and shading, very powerful at getting rid of tangents for you, but sometimes. Also, when people say tangents, they tend to use it wrongly. They use tangents to mean any sort of intersection. Then no. There are lots of intersections that are wrong. And not all tangents are wrong. Definitely a bit of Harry Potter influence going on here. Good old John Williams. I need to do some studies of John Williams' music, because he is a very good composer. You went to a John Williams concert years ago, and the emotions. Yeah, I can imagine. I've never been to a full orchestral thing. I've seen musicals with an orchestra, but not purely orchestral. You were laughing, crying, feeling genuinely terrified, all from orchestral music. Powerful music is powerful. So says Captain Tautology. Look at that tangent. Lovely. Neither would you till that night, and you highly recommend. We know what that bit's inspired by. Bit of Wagner. Sausage fingers. Be better. Hang on. If I do that instead. That works better for the sort of hips thrust forward look of it. For some reason, it just occurred to you that wearing a kimono with suspenders. Yep. This one, the joke is probably more obvious. Although the references probably isn't, because, again, passing statement. Yeah, not the best drawing I've ever done, but it'll do. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? You like who? Wow, I did not finish that line art, did I? Didn't have hair up here. Oh, your character is very silly. It's alright. If you don't know where to start with colours, start with the things you do know. That goes for everything, actually. If you have a problem that you're facing, and you're like, I don't know how to do this, chances are you do know how to do some of it. So start there. And then occasionally that context will let you know how to continue. Not always, but at least you've done something. One way of avoiding baldness is just by not having that part of your head. That's fair. That is very silly and also good. Oh yeah, there was that as well. Colors. Let's use reference from the original. That makes sense. Lord knows what's going on back here. Okay, that makes more sense. I like the conversation in chat. It's like, I'm telling Diana, no! It's got nothing to do with the threat of the Hitman. It's entirely just to do with Diana being disappointed. No one wants to disappoint Diana. Yeah, I remember the tune to this. Don't worry about it. Before we continue. You gotta love a stream in which nothing's being said. Just listen to some whistling music that hopefully doesn't get a copyright strike. Uh... Yeah, it's not as good as I would have liked, but it's fine. Let's also do a little trick. I'm going to make a video about this because I like this trick. Looks terrible for a bit. Is that better or worse? Let's ramp up the saturation. Yeah, somewhere in between. Probably can't really see this on the stream, but it's there. And you can't tell me it isn't. I like how when you do the soft shading like this, you can barely tell that anything's changed, and then when you take it off, you're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it does actually add structure to it, doesn't it? Cool. That'll do. Next! Seeing a lot of Twitch musicians making royalty-free playlists for folks to use. That's very nice. So long as later down the line they don't change their mind. Okay, this one should be obvious. Twitch still hasn't pulled through on their own music you can use. I'm not surprised. That's a hell of a lot of work for a company that doesn't do music. That's a hell of a lot of either compositional or legal acquisition work that requires indefinite licenses for copyright and reproduction, which is a lot easier said than done. Copyright's a pain in the ass, and we don't realise how much it is. How am I gonna? How to hands? No. Maybe. Okay. So presumably that would have to go this way now, so it's going to be more like that. How do? Help. That's gonna have to be more like this. Help! How do want? What with the whence? Oh, brother, no help. Oh no. You haven't had coffee yet. Oh no, Kiro is the workplace meme. The you don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. Savage Kiro. This is the best Kiro. I like how the faster and looser I get with drawing things, my characters and all that, the sort of more like an old cartoon they become. Recommend oat milk as opposed to nut milk in it too, but that's just you. Please do not use the phrase nut milk in my chat. I'm expecting a knife to come out at the moment. You will respect me with a knife. But will Diana? Let's wear a cardigan for this, why not? Or like a jumper. You just said it twice! You know what you're doing. You am smart. 3. I was about to say let's make the equivalent of a Souls jar, but for this, and I was gonna say is don't make me make a nut milk jar, and that's just no. Zoning out for a bit and you return to nut milk. Well, it's a natural progression, you see. I'm gonna need a reference because I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between what I'm drawing and the thing that's in my head. This is what all that talk of seeds has wrought. Yes, unfortunately, we will not return to the white seed semen. So you literally, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. It would also help if I could spell. Oh yeah, just yeah. Pretty much the same, no problem. Just give me something like that doesn't mean you can just nut milk. What? You and your awful game get to say white seed semen, but you don't get to say nut milk. I mean, you're a moderator, you could ban those words. It was a moth, that's fair. This drawing has a very Winnie the Pooh sort of vibe to it. It's not that style, but... And I mean the modern versions of Winnie the Pooh, more so than the old ones, but... Oh, the staging on this is all over the place. But it's there, it's fine, it's not the end of the world. Don't need that yet. Well, at this rate, I should be able to have this done by, like, Tuesday. It's going pretty swimmingly so far. Just realised I draw my quiff similarly to how I draw Tori's hair. And by my, I mean Rufus. It's difficult when you use a character as your avatar, and they look a lot like you. And they used to be you before they became an autonomous character. Making comics is weird. Conspiracy theory. Rufus is Chris's Tori. Well, Rufus used to be me. I used to do comics that were involved me and my friend Stuart. And as the comics went on, I added more and more real and fictional characters, some of whom stayed on for a while, some of whom only lasted a single comic. And as time went on, most of the characters stopped being included, and I basically found that I was left with 4 characters, me, and 3 fictional characters called Malachi, Em, and Stoic. And that felt weird, having a comic with just one real person, me, and 3 other fictional characters. So I just decided to make a new character that was like me, and draw them exactly the same, but change their personality, and that's how Rufus was born. There you go, pointless comic history lesson there. Unfortunately, I still use this drawing style to represent me, which makes things still a bit awkward. But at least I now no longer self-insert, because if you want to self-insert out of the outliers, it's all of them together. The best way of describing me. Mush them all up into a big ball, and that's me. And I don't think that's particularly uncommon. A lot of people disassemble parts of their own personalities and make characters out of them. You don't like that image? I'm not drawing that image, don't worry. But Malacrufastuic? This is why I call them the outliers, because it took me bloody ages to come up with a name for them. And I thought, you know, outliers, they're all weird. That'll do. Yeah, if I put that there, then I don't have to draw the rest of the figures. Haha! Emalacoicufus. I think I just made an incantation. Sounds very Mary Poppins sneeze. That's a better analogy. Oh yeah, would people... I've got plenty of other original video ideas of art and music and so on and so forth. There's a video I want to do in a few videos time that's going to take me literally a day to film. Hopefully you'll like it. But yeah, in between every now and then, I have a plan to make more highlight videos, and in the process get exercise. Yes, so I can make use of that time. But would anybody be interested in seeing highlight videos of any particular streams? Any games that you thought were particularly fun or whatever? That's what looks more like an apple than it should. I thought about doing highlights of the draw-throughs, but it's not quite. I don't think it'll quite work. There's just too much absurdity going on at any given time for anyone to really keep up. Even though it would be the ideal thing to be like, hey, are you new to my stuff? Here, watch a highlight of this thing, and now you know what a draw-through is. The curse of branding. Oh good, my chat stopped working. Thank you, bot, for actually updating while chat didn't. Oh, there it is. Now it's updated. Okay, we're fine. Just one highlight video. The entire video is showing your comments with the FFA as you get more and more frantic about the stupidity of it all. That might be fun. Dark Souls was always fun, but you feel like Bizarre Clan Man was also good. Yeah, I could do Clan Man. I forgot about that, because that was like a two stream thing, so that could be a nice short one. Lots of silly voices that hurt my voice. Does Grim Fandango have voice acting? Quick question. Otherwise I will need to prepare many drinks. You don't believe so? Okie dokie. Well. I don't even know what sort of... Because I know it's sort of... Is it sort of gangstery sort of story, but it's also set like everybody's like got skull calavera sort of faces, and so I don't really know what tone it's going for. I also don't know what anatomy this is going for. This looked fine as a sketch, and then when you actually do details, you're like, hang on, what? Again, 3 seconds. It's not a problem. You played some of it a long time ago, but your memory sucks. But you want to say yes? You have a feeling you've heard Manny Calvera say something. Maybe there's a select... Or maybe there's like cutscenes or something, and a lot of the interstitial dialogue. There are voice actors listed, so yes. Okay, cool. Well, we'll find out on Wednesday, won't we? This back. It doesn't look absolutely awful, so we'll go with it. My head's huge. Question, should I try and work out a different way of drawing myself so that Rufus can keep their design and be separate from me? Or should we just go with it? Does no one care but me? We can go with that, get rid of that, do this. Cool. Yeah, go. Whoops, wrong layout. I must say I have been very fortunate in as much as it's been a long time since I've... Well, not a long time, but it's been a decent chunk of time since the last wrong layer incident. Granted, that's because I keep doing the same things over and over again. It's like, if you don't challenge yourself, you won't make mistakes. You might be, but not because of that. So let's do a kind of that. Okie dokie dokie hokey hokey doke 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 and hoke, and if you'll permit me, a little bit of doke. Close enough. Whoops. Apricot. Good morning, Mr. Apricot. What am I doing with my life? So yeah, stuff. Usually, I have something to talk about on these streams, and I don't. Does anybody else have something to talk about? Oh, I don't know how many streams we have left of the the Final Fantasy VIII draw through, but I don't think I'm going to be ready to start the next like big draw through for a while. There's some things I need to get ready. So I was wondering whether like what you wanted to do in those stream slots. Do you want to do like a really quick draw through of a game with not much story, or how do you go about deciding the doodles for these videos? Do you come up with them when editing or when streaming? Oh no, I don't remember anything about streams. I spend like an hour and a half watching the streams on like 1.5 times speed or whatever, and just write notes as I go through. And then if an idea comes into my head, usually these ideas for having doodles, they come into my head at that point. It's exercising the same skill as when I used to do Secret Sleepover Society comics, where you just take notes as you go along, you come up with the idea as you're watching. I think the first time I did that was I did a video, comedy video thing about the Addams Family film, which was alright. And yeah, I was quite surprised I only had to watch it through once and I came up with 2 videos worth of script. I'm bad at editing things down, as you can tell by the fact that you have 3 Hitman highlight videos. I will learn to edit them down properly at some point. Telling a narrative, I think, is more important in these things. Telling a good, funny narrative. There is one in this, which is good. And you know the narrative of like the screwdriver or the linen room. You know what I mean. Have that sort of funny highlight thing. If it's not like an explicit, you know, standout individual moment, then telling those stories is a good backup. There's one in this which is, funny enough, there's one in this which only really works when edited. During the stream, I was like, oh god, that took bloody ages. It wasn't really worth it, was it? But in the edit, it's funny. So. Now with Hitman events, and you're glad you're not gonna have 3 of them. You might end up with 4. Who knows? Because I haven't included the bonus streams. So, but that'll just be a short one if that's the case. Because usually they're 4 streams worth, and there are only 2 bonus streams. Maybe that'll just be a Patreon only. Who knows? Okay, that's fine. That'll do. Cool. What's time? 5 minutes. Is there anything I can do in 5 minutes? Probably not. Actually, there is. It involves good old banana friend. Oh, I'm back on this. Yeah, like that. Nope. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Done. That took 3 minutes. No, 2 minutes. Has Banana seen some things? Yes. Trying to think if there's anything else I can do. I can give you a clue as to the one that I was apprehensive about. I'll do a very quick sketch, and then when we get to 9 o'clock, I'll stop. Yeah. Let's go with the classic fiber wire. Marginally less threatening than a gun. Less contentious at the very least. And there we go, 9 o'clock, done. Boom, end of stream. Right. Get no more than your allotted time. I like these streams because I managed to do 6 drawings out of the list of, how many do I need? 12. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so hopefully this video will be up by... It's almost entirely edited, so I can't imagine it'll take me too long. Wednesday, let's say. Hopefully there are no errors in the editing. I noticed in the I made a little makeshift clapperboard thing for the Deacons of the Deep one to keep track of all the clips, so that the start of the clip had what the clip was about, so that I could just see by the file in the folder. That's the one where I draw the 6th Deacon, that's the time lapse for this, and so on and so forth, just to keep everything organised. And accidentally left a frame of that in one of the time lapses. So if you go through the Deacons video, you'll find that. And once the Hitman video is up for patrons, the Deacons video will go live for everyone else. So if you haven't seen that because you're not a patron, that will be available soon. I have been told it's good. So yeah. Hopefully video production will be a little bit faster as we go through. There's a bunch of smaller videos I want to record next week, if possible. I'm glad you liked it. I have some other ideas for longer ones as well. Lots of bits and bobs. Hopefully that'll be good. And I should be able to do that all while I'm also working on things that will make me money. So that's the aim. I'm glad. There's also the opportunity for a part 2, although I've got to come up with more ideas. And to be fair, most of the ideas were made just in the sketching phase of the video. So, yeah. Anywho. Thank you very much for coming along. Oh, I use this music for intros. Yeah, thanks for coming along. Guess what? Guess what, Chibi? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Go on, guess. Go on, go on. It's the draw through on Tuesday. We're continuing the nonsense. Although, to be fair, I think we can probably go and do some other stuff around the world. At least for the first half of the next stream. The second half is going to be interesting, let's say. Yeah, thank you for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. The last one you were able to attend live? Oh no. I will wave a red flag just for you. So yeah. I was going to say something else then, and it's gone. That happens. Yeah, more of that. Oh yes, that's what it is. Presumably, tomorrow also some remnanting with Dark and Jib over on Dark's thing. Love dance, yeah. Enjoy the nonsense in VOD form. Well, I hope you enjoy it in whatever form you can. And I hope it's whatever you're doing instead is not really annoying. More Parsnips. Apparently we're venturing into the DLC next time, maybe? I don't know. I haven't done it yet. Friendly fire. Are you talking about Flamio or Flamio's friendly fire? I've just got this picture of a bum staring at me. Yeah. So that's tomorrow. I was thinking, actually, I want to spend a little bit of time in my free time reading up on the lore of Remnant, because I got bored reading it in-game. So I want to look it up. And I'm considering, after we've finished our playthrough on Dark's channel or whatever, maybe we'll do a Fool's AU of Remnant, because I find the story generally very unsatisfying. So, I don't know if Dark and Chibi want to actually be on that in voice, given that we've played it together. But, yeah, that's a plan for the future creative stream. Because there's some cool stuff in there, like the labyrinth, and stuff could be, you know, any two elements of the game could actually connect with one another. That would be nice. Anyway, you want in? Yay. You'll be teaching a computing class, so take that as you will. That means you'll be near a computer, so you could have a second monitor with the stream on. I remember being a student in secondary school and having computing classes, and a friend who was really good at computers who managed to get into the school's messaging system so that we could just chat to each other during IT classes, and the teachers got very mad when they found out. That was fun. But yeah, I don't know how you teach an intro to computing. Don't know. The closest I had to that was I ran a course on LaTeX. Not really computing though, is it? Characters random means you could just completely miss lore, like the songbook you've never seen before. Yeah, yeah. I found a guy who plays a flute today, and he talks in riddles, and I don't understand him. I don't know. Yeah. So tomorrow on Dark's channel, more Remnant. Tuesday, absolute nonsense. Although we get more friends at the start of the stream. The solution's in their book. Oh, okay. Oh well, I didn't find it. Wednesday, we are probably gonna start the Grim Fandango. Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out. I've been talking for 5 minutes. Yay. So, have a wonderful time, everyone. Hope you have a grand old week. Having on our game, actually, both bell puzzles in one world is incredibly rare. What do you mean, both bell puzzle? Oh, I didn't have the wolf in mine. I fought the totem guy. I didn't get any bell puzzles. Thanks, game. Anyway. See, random generation. The doe and the piper. I had the piper, but I didn't have any bells. Random generation. We can talk about this on Monday. Have a grand time, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Look after yourselves. I recommend hot chocolate, just in general. I've just started recommending hot chocolate to people. I feel like it's just a safe bet. Unless you're allergic to chocolate, or whatever the other ingredients are in the hot chocolate of your choice. Then why is it your choice? That's a weird thing to choose, isn't it? If you're allergic to it, you should have better choices than that. Have a grand old time. Enjoy yourselves. I'll see you around. Thank you for coming along. I enjoy your company. I probably should have been getting music up this whole time. You know me. I'm always forgetful like that. Goodbye!